story. Grand is the rising, y'all. I'm over here with my girl. We having a little smoke session. And lady to lady, goddess to goddess, woman to woman, I had to tell my story. And I'm going to share it with y'all. About Yahudah Jah, formerly known as Osubunami. The day that I went, I had intentions to go see a man about a horse. But when I got there, I found a wizard with some magic who actually taught me about my magic. Let me tell my story of Yahudah Jah, the man with the horse. So as I get out of the SUV, as he get out of the SUV, pulling up into by my garage.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm in your area, I'm gonna stop by. Mm-hmm. And now at this point, I'm already shocked that he's coming, and I'm crying. I've just found out some stuff in my DNA that I didn't want to hear, and I'm coming through this. I felt like everyone was attacking me. I was dealing with witchcraft shit that I didn't know or understand what was going on, and I was a Christian then. Mm-hmm. I was a gangster for Jesus. You hear me?
I know.
So this was new to me. So, but at this point, I'm just seeing this fine ass man that I met through a mutual friend on social media. He in my area. He pulling up. So boom, he getting out the SUV. And I swear, when his foot hit that ground, I could hear a thump like the earth thunder. I said, and it got my attention because his foot. I had to examine in my head. I said, did I just hear that nigga foot hit the ground sound like that? That's what I'm thinking to myself. This is to describe the depths of when I understood the weight of someone's spirit. His spirit was so heavy, and it was like time stood still. That was the first time I experienced what it's like, so to say, when time stood still. It was such a long, awkward pause. I was stuck on froze like a fucking mannequin, felt like for about 1/2 minute. And I say, he say, are you okay? I say, yes. I said, I'm just in awe. I said, you have a heavy, heavy presence. I said, what's your, I said, feel like a very powerful beast. And he said he didn't do nothing but just smile with that sexy ass smile. Creamy color, brown skin. He just a smiling, but I'm just wiping tears from my face. I've been crying for days and stuff. But I didn't want to let this nigga pass by. He wanted to stop and see me, goddamn it. I was like, I'm like mystical. Here I go. Wiping tears and everything. But when I looked him in his eyes and he looked me in my eyes, I experienced for the first time what it's like for time to stand still. So as he's asking me, he looked at me when I told him, I said, you feel like some kind of strong beast.
Beast, yeah.
He said, what kind of beast?
Yeah.
And I looked at him, I said, oh, this motherfucker for real. See, I said, but I took it serious. And so I measured from the gift that I knew I had, even as a Christian. At that time, I was like, okay. I said, I feel you're a very strong, powerful beast presence, but it's one that's very tamed. Very tamed and wise. And educated and strategic. I said, what brings you here? He would say, I'm in the neighborhood. And he smiled, and I was just kind of expressing a little bit about, excuse me, by me being all teary-eyed and looking all crazy right now. I apologize, and he was okay. He was just smiling and listening, but he always had that energy like, I already knew. Like he just already knew some shit that I ain't know. But anyway, it just went over my head. So that visit took place, was the first time I met him. At the time, he went by the name of Osubunami, which represented Obatala or Abatala. I always say it wrong, but the spirit knows me personally. The man of white cloth. That's what that represented. So that's what I was, I didn't know that at first, but as we got to know each other, I come to know that. So neither here nor there. This the first time I got ready to go see the man about the horse. Now he invite me to his home. He stays in a town, Fort Worth, like a little 30 minutes up the street or so. So, you know, I'm like, okay. He said, come. And when that nigga said come, I came. I was performing, doing music. And he ended up reaching out, and I said, sure. At this moment, I'm single, got everything I want, just bought a new home. Life is great, and I'm just getting started doing new music. So life was great. So, but only thing that wasn't great to me was I was learning things about my identity through my DNA that I wasn't aware of my whole life. So it took a lot out of me at that point to try to receive. You know, they say, can you handle the truth? The truth can be hard to handle. And at that time, I had to swallow that shit. It was taking a toll of me. So I was gravitated to this fine man that had this heavy energy that I felt like stop time. I gotta follow this nigga. I ain't never saw a nigga stop time before. So he called me. I go visit him. We having a nice little dinner gathering, sipping, shooting pool, talking about the ancestors, you know, and his father was there, and bless his soul, was very good man, very honorable man. And neither here nor there, I was all in. All in my head is, baby, I'm single, you single, I ain't been touched, I want to be touched, I choose you. I choose you, you know. And so, but he was like, hey, and I remember saying something to him about what I was dealing with, what I thought I was being under spiritual attack. And he never said that was bad or not. He said, it's just like a gun. You use the magic like a gun. In the wrong hands, it can be terrible. But in the right hands, you protect and you can cover those who you love. Oh, you're square. So many visions, I learned so much. But I remember there were 2 doves that was in a tree in his backyard. An ancestor tree that he planted for his ancestors after he got the property. And I walked up to the tree in my barefoot in the grass. Him and his pops was sitting there talking. And I walked closer to the tree, and the doves just flew up. And as they flew up, they just start like celebrating. You could hear their joy of the birds. And they start laughing because I was like, oh, I almost fell. I was like, I didn't know no birds was in the damn tree. And so they were laughing and stuff. And so I would know over other visits that it was there. One particular time after this, I would say at least 3 visits after that, I come there and the birds is gone. Everything of the white cloth Abatala is gone. And the back door was open. When I go through the front door, the back patio door was open. You can hear the bird, and I come to realize that it's the male bird that was crying. The female bird had been sacrificed. Whatever happened up in that motherfucker, all I know is that the male bird, it's like I could hear him talking like a grown-ass man, but in the spiritual sense, was like, hey, what happened? Why you do this? Why my baby? Like, he was sad. He was heartbroken to the core. You just killed my goddamn baby, my love of my life, my feminine, the feminine and masculine energy of God. That's what the birds represented, the doves. So anyway, long story short, I later come to find out that my love, being an equally yoked in spirit person with this person, and being I wasn't even fully awoke then. My Kundalini came like maybe a few days after I met him. But things the ancestors taught me and took me on from there. I never needed no guidance or nothing after that. But I was protected in that. Because what I learned is that I was supposed to be a sacrifice. And most people, when this happened to them, their life walks backwards. They lose their life. And other people's life carry their energy and give that energy to another feminine woman. And when that energy wear off though, the energy ain't real. When the energy wear off, that person gone and has disappeared with whatever your whole life. But it wasn't able to get me because the ancestors' protection over my life. And I just wanted to tell, because it may be somebody else out there that go see a man about a horse. But these niggas out here taking your energy and sacrifice using pure energy in exchange for wealth. Later on, the same person as Osubunami is named Yahudah Jah. Not to put him down, because he taught me how to love. He taught me how to love myself when I thought I loved myself. I thought I was looking for him, but I was really looking for me. And when I found me, I no longer gave a fuck. I was like, shit, something wrong with that nigga. Something wrong with him. I took my energy back. Nobody told me about it. The covering kept me here, but me observing what took place, how it took place, is where it teaches me how to help teach others how to avoid being a victim. And I'm going to say this, for me, I'm going to say the reason why it didn't get a chance to happen to me is because I stood up. For a period, when he said come, I came. Our baby would figure I could be on the middle of the stage performing, and he said, come to me. God damn it, I'll build me a boat and row that motherfuckers on the highway. All jokes aside, that's how I felt. And when I realized what was going on, I stood up, and there was no power. I said, oh, you can use this, and it can cause other people that's not in their true self, they easily manipulated, and their lives backwards. It's like, but for the most part, neither here nor there, I stood up. I wouldn't play the game. The more I started loving myself, I saved myself by looking and seeing, observing the whole operation. And then the ancestors. That's who gave me the recognition and the understanding and recollection. And I'm thankful. But neither here nor there, there's so many people who may have a story about the same person or other fellas and women. Couples are out here getting people energy. We laugh and joke, but when I hear the story about what they so allegedly say that Diddy did in taking the semen from Cassie that she collected from the sex with the males, he didn't care about the sexual act. He needed that masculine energy through his semen, his vision, the man's vision from God, his divine visions is in his semen. He didn't choose anybody. He knew choose people that probably wasn't aware of the illumination and what they carried. People out here tracking people by bloodlines, trying to find the special ones, till they find the one that ain't supposed to be touched, and then they find out why they not supposed to be touched. And that just so happened to be me in this case. Maybe it may help someone, and if it don't help anyone, it definitely helped me, because this is the ending chapter. It's been the ending for me. I'm no longer in contact with this person. This person is no longer have not been in contact with me. Although this person taught me what is false and what's truth, what created illusions are like, what the perceptions, how to use perception. A lot of things I can accredit this person for my spiritual growth along my journey. Although I had a major heartache and pain because I thought this person was at least my friend. And it was things that this person could have did as a least of a friend that could have made a great difference, but this person never chose to. There was always a group of other women and people that were witches and healers and whatever you want to call them. I respect each their own, that couldn't see that happening. True love is letting something go and be their best version with someone else. But you're happy because they happy. That's all that matters. I don't have to have ownership of you. And that's kind of how I looked at it. Close them doors, them chapters been closed, but it's a healing for me to move forward because I'm happy. I'm finding new life, love elsewhere, but it hit different now because I fully love myself. I didn't love myself when that person pulled up. I had everything that a young lady at my age, coming from my background, could have possibly wanted in life and by myself. The ancestors have been good to me. The universe has been good to me. And so all I didn't have was a man. So I want to say, don't be desperate out here, ladies. Work on you. Love you and work on you. Be willing to accomplish and fulfill your destiny here in this lifetime, regardless if you have a mate or not. I got into that mind state of frame and focus on really helping people with the things that I learned and the gifts that I have. I'm pure, not perfect. But I just wanted to tell my story. I am Jerrece, Queen of Wands, also known as Natert Auset, Ayanifia Afikami, High Priestess, Seer, and also servant and teacher to the Most High, divine within me, Ashe Hotel. I'm an artist. I do soulful music. I'm a writer. I have 2 books that's dropping this year. One will follow next year, Manifesting with the Queen of Wands. And the other one is My Ancestors' Whispers. I have a YouTube channel that speak about ancestral knowledge and others besides myself telling our ancestor stories to kind of let the audience get an understanding that the ancestors are not evil. Your grandmothers, your grandparents, everyone that passed over to the other side, whether you call them a guardian angel or ancestor, that they're there. Also, I wanted to let it be known, without saying too much, I've been getting money. Getting money ain't nothing new to me. Having people that's solid and that's real, but that's new. Because it's priceless when you have a few. You only need one real nigga, and that's yourself. If nobody is the real nigga in the room, please let that one be you. Not worry about everybody else who's they real, as long as you are. That's kind of what I live by. I don't care about likes. I don't care about the fame. I do it because I love it. I love the people. I love joy. I love the energy of happiness. And I love to share my happiness with others. I'm a very passionate person. I went from trapping and running my own traps. I did from the Mississippi, from one side of the Mississippi to New Orleans to damn Texas, you know. I'm true to it, not new to it. I done had it all, lost it all on my own. I ain't do shit for nobody. I did it for me. But now I manifest. A man without a vision, you show me a man without a vision, I'll show you a person that's not going anywhere. But a man with a vision, I could do something with him because it's my position to bring it into reality. I don't just believe in this, I know this. And I'm actually operating in that energy as we speak. And for the most part, I took that hustle when it comes to just your everyday hustle outside of the spiritual realm. I took that everyday hustle and I used that same techniques when it comes to business. And so, for an example, you gotta have a product worth given to the people, something that the people gonna feel, something that they almost feel as if they need it, like the air they breathe. You gotta have a product that's that drop. Do you hear me? And it's gonna sell itself. You're gonna need to give out a few samples here and there. Let them get a taste, let them feel, let them see the energy, to see what it's hitting for, and let it see what it do for them, how it moves their soul, how it moves the energy, how it changes the room, the atmosphere. Whatever it is you got, let it be quality. Supply it to the people. You break even, they break even, everybody smiling, purpose served. That's how I keep it very simple. I'm not scared of hard work, but why hard work when you can give people the blueprint and tell their ass to work? That's how I be thinking. But neither here nor there. I can work any part of plane. I could be the eagle top bird eyes view, and I could be in the valley, in the mud, and I get it out the mud. And then before you know it, I'm back on the mountaintop, looking down on everything, making sure it's going the way I laid the blueprint for it to go. You know, there are levels to this. I'm not better than nobody, and I honor and respect every other person. I do pour candles. I do spiritual works for people. I don't broadcast it much, but when people come to me about an issue, I take it very seriously. And black folks don't play that. If something don't work, they gonna say they want their money back. And I can say, ain't nobody ever say they wanted shit back from me, because it always worked. I get joy out of doing that.